Church, YouTube people, yours truly, Pastor McDowell. I want to welcome you to this morning's Put a Word on It segment. Well, shall I say mid-afternoon? It's about 1:45 p.m. here in Elk Grove, California. Today, I want to share with you from the subject consistency. Consistency. The Bible reminds us in Proverbs chapter number 12 and verse number 11 that a hard worker has plenty of food, but a person who chases fantasies has no sense. You better catch what I just said. In other words, getting up early is of no use if what you and me are chasing is not being chased. With that, I want you to consider that all the work that I and you put in is worthless if the results cannot be seen or felt. The thought for today is evaluating my various pursuits needs to be inventoried. Glory be to God. Additional reading for this Put a Word on It segment for consistency is found in Genesis chapter number 3 and verse 19 and Proverbs chapter 13 and verse 4. Now, I want us to look at that real quick. I want us to look at Proverbs chapter number 13 and verse number 4. I'm turning my Bible because I want to read this to the listener on this morning, this mid-afternoon. The Bible says, "The soul of the sluggard craves and gets nothing, while the soul of the diligent is richly supplied." So we must be diligent in our consistency after the thing or the things that God has called us to pursue. Our reflection for today is getting up each day is another opportunity to push toward a goal by being consistent. It gives us an opportunity to behave the same way, have the same attitude, and try to have successes every single day. This takes effort on our part, which many people have lacked because of seeing problems that can easily distract us from what the pursuit is. In other words, hard work will produce and remove procrastination from one's life. Is there any hard workers in this devotion this morning? Paul writes to us in 1 Corinthians chapter number 15, around about verse 58, to be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. Galatians chapter 6, verse number 9 tells us to not be weary in well-doing, for you will reap if you faint not. And Luke chapter number 16 and verse 13 tells us that no man can serve two masters. And with that, we have to ask ourselves a question. Who are we serving on today? Who has what we need to be consistent in what it is we are pursuing? I want somebody to know that if you are pursuing to purchase a new home, if you are pursuing to be better in ministry, pursuing being better in your relationship with your sons and your daughters or your family as a whole, there has to be a level of consistency, because this reveals to us to walk in consistency. We must be abounding in God's work, to not falter just because we feel weary. And do not try to serve the world and the Word at the same time. See, a lot of people lose their consistency because they're trying to serve the world and the waymaker at the same time. What are you saying? Listen to me. Fantasy is an illusion of false pretense that does not exist. My question for us today is, what am I consistent about today? What am I chasing after today? Because consistency is the key to having plenty, whether in body, soul, or mind. Consistency is a person, listen to me carefully, who is able to handle compliments and criticism while growing in the sun and in the rain, because the Bible reminds us in Matthew chapter 5 that the sun shines on the evil and the good. My prayer for us today is this: dear God, you may plant it, I may cause it. I just ask you to strengthen me in my adversity. Help me to walk in consistency, being strong and not to faint as I walk through what you have planned for me today. Be consistent. God's got you, whether you know it or not, to help you to pursue that which he has asked you and me to do. God bless you. God keep you is our prayer. Have a great day today. We'll see you next time on Put a Word on It segment. Take care and God bless.